So in this video, we're comparing the Galaxy Tab A8 versus the Tab A 10.1 that came out in 2019. Pricing on these are going to be somewhat similar, starting around $230 in the United States, but you probably are not going to see the 10.1 inch for sale at too many places these days, just because it's been a couple years since it was released. You get a 10.5 inch on the new Tab A8, and then obviously 10.1 inch on the Galaxy Tab A 10.1. You get 1920 by 1200 resolution on both tablets, so as you can see, very similar specs. The screen brightness is gonna be similar, but I feel like the older Tab A 10.1 actually looks a little better and even has slightly better viewing angles. And then as you can see here, just slightly different in colors. You also get 2160p resolution on YouTube videos on the older 10.1, only 1080p on the newer Tab A8. You also get full HD playback on Netflix on the older 10.1, only SD playback on the Galaxy Tab A8. So as far as the screen goes and resolution, it's almost a step backwards. But overall, both tablets are gonna look fine for watching movies, playing games, reading, doing just about anything you would normally do on a tablet. They're gonna look fine, especially considering the price. Even though the newer Tab A8 has a little bit bigger screen, the dimensions of these two tablets are very similar. Although the Tab A8 is a little bit thinner, the older Tab A 10.1 is actually a little bit lighter. And then obviously the one thing you're gonna notice with the screen is the bigger bezels there on the top and bottom for the Tab A 10.1. Now you are gonna get a little bit bigger battery at 7040 milliamp hours on the Galaxy Tab A8, 6150 milliamp hour on the Tab A 10.1. Although it's about the same battery life, with 7 hours in my battery drain test on the Galaxy Tab A8, 6.5 hours on the 10.1. So you shouldn't have any problems getting through the whole day with normal usage, or even a couple days with light use if you turn the screen brightness down. And then obviously it's gonna depend how you're using these. But yeah, as far as the battery life goes, pretty much what I would call average, slightly better on the Galaxy Tab A8. Now, if you like tablets, phones, and other tech, consider hitting that subscribe button. I try to cover as much on the channel as possible, and I'll be posting more videos this year than ever before. Now, performance-wise, you get the Unisoc T618 processor in the newer Galaxy Tab A8, and in the older 10.1, you get an Exynos 7904 chip, so slightly different processors. And yeah, in Geekbench testing, the newer Galaxy Tab A8 is quite a bit more powerful, especially in multi-core scores. Now, both versions I've got here is 3 GB of RAM, but you can go up to 4 GB of RAM with the newer Galaxy Tab A8, and then you get 64 or 128 GB of storage with that 4 GB of RAM. So yeah, definitely better options there for the newer Galaxy Tab A8. I mean, you're not gonna notice a huge difference when just moving around the software, but if you're gonna do any multitasking, anything that's gonna require more performance, you'll definitely wanna go with the newer Galaxy Tab A8. And then when it comes to gaming, you're gonna get a little bit higher settings, higher resolution, better graphics on the newer Galaxy Tab A8, but it's not gonna be a huge difference. They're actually gonna be pretty comparable. You can get up to HD graphics, high frame rates on games like PUBG Mobile. Both that and Asphalt 9 are gonna run pretty smooth on here, and the graphics are gonna look nice and sharp for the most part. Games tend to load just a little bit faster on the newer Galaxy Tab, but overall I think both tablets get the job done when it comes to gaming, especially for more affordable tablets. Then when it comes to software on these two, you're gonna get a very similar experience. The Tab A 10.1 originally came with Android 9, but has been updated to Android 11 to match the software of the newer Tab A8. The other thing that you're gonna notice is on the home screen, you swipe left to get the Google News feed on the newer Galaxy Tab A8, and then you don't have that on the older Tab A 10.1. Obviously, you're gonna get longer software updates with the newer Galaxy Tab A8, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, you're not gonna get Samsung DeX on either of these like you will on the more expensive tablets, but you can still connect a keyboard and mouse to get some multitasking done. Just don't expect a lot out of these two. Remember, these are still more of an entry-level tablet to use for stuff like watching movies, browsing online, doing some reading, maybe if you just need to type out some notes, that sort of stuff. Another nice feature on the newer Galaxy Tab A8 is you get 4 speakers instead of only 2 on the bottom like the 10.1. Both have Dolby Atmos though, so that's definitely going to make it sound a little better. But as far as which one sounds better, which one's louder, that one's going to be pretty obvious here with the 4 speakers on the Tab A8. It sort of overpowers the 10.1 inch tablet with only those 2 speakers on the bottom. I think most people will be happy with either one when it comes to the speakers, but yeah, if you want the tablet with better speakers, the Galaxy Tab A8 wins this one pretty easily. And then when it comes to the cameras, I've got to be honest, neither of these are really that great. Will they work for Zoom meetings? Maybe. But unfortunately, when manufacturers are making affordable devices like these, and yeah, they definitely did that with the cameras. You get an 8 megapixel rear facing camera, 5 megapixel front facing on both tablets. Good thing is you do get 1080p resolution for video on both tablets, but you really have to put in a lot of effort and be patient to get halfway decent photos and video from these two tablets. So just make sure you have really good lighting. Here's a couple samples of each just to give you an idea of what to expect. The other nice thing about these two tablets, you do get a headphone jack, something you're probably not going to see at all in the near future. And both of these take a micro SD card up to 1 terabyte. So hopefully this video gave you a little closer look at the new Galaxy Tab A8 and how it compares to the older Galaxy Tab A 10.1 inch from 2019. So I've got a lot more tablet comparisons to do, especially in the next couple weeks, so you'll definitely want to look out for those. Just let me know if there's another comparison you want to see. I'm always looking forward to new ideas for the channel, and if I like your idea, I'll definitely add that to the list. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.